With a $100 price gap between them, one of these laptops manages to pull ahead in ways you won't expect. You're choosing between the Intel Core i5-320 in the XPS and the Apple A18 Pro in the MacBook Neo, which matters because the MacBook Neo scores meaningfully higher in real-world performance tests, so your demanding tasks like editing or coding will feel smoother and more responsive throughout the day. Both have 6 cores with the same 2 performance and 4 efficiency split, but that's too close to make a difference in your daily multitasking. The XPS lists a 1.5 GHz base frequency and 2 nanometer process, while the MacBook Neo shows 2 GHz and 3 nanometer, but across these architectures those numbers don't translate directly to real-world speed or efficiency. Every benchmark on screen favors MacBook Neo, so the faster chip is not just theoretical here. You're choosing between the Intel A3 in the XPS and the Apple A18 Pro GPU in the MacBook Neo, both integrated. On paper, the XPS lists 1.3 teraflops and the MacBook Neo 2.3 teraflops, but these numbers aren't directly comparable. Real-world gaming and creative performance will depend more on software optimization and the apps you actually use. A 13.4-inch screen on the XPS versus 13 inches for MacBook Neo is a negligible difference, both using IPS LCD panels. Resolution is close too, at 2560 by 1600 for XPS and 2408 by 1506 for MacBook Neo, so sharpness feels similar. But the XPS doubles the refresh rate to 120 Hz, making scrolling and motion look much smoother throughout your day, even after MacBook Neo tied graphics. Neither XPS nor MacBook Neo gets brighter than 500 nits, so sunlight readability is matched between them. XPS alone offers a touchscreen, while MacBook Neo counters with Dolby Vision HDR support for richer highlights indoors. Matte coating on XPS helps cut glare outside, while MacBook Neo's glossy finish can reflect more light in bright rooms. Pixel density is 225 pixels per inch for XPS and 218 pixels per inch for MacBook Neo, but that gap is too small to affect clarity in use. Coming off its display win, XPS also makes outdoor work easier. With a 52 watt-hour battery, the XPS gives you more unplugged time than the MacBook Neo's 36.5 watt-hour pack. The XPS also charges at 65 watts, while the MacBook Neo tops out at 20 watts, so topping up is much quicker. Both use USB-C for charging, so your existing cables work either way. Every base configuration here includes 8 GB of LPDDR5X RAM, so multitasking feels equally smooth at this price. Neither the XPS nor the MacBook Neo lets you upgrade memory after purchase, so your choice is set once you buy. Both models use the same memory type and offer the same amount as standard, so there's no practical difference here. Both XPS and MacBook Neo give you 256 GB of storage as standard at this price, using M.2 SSDs with NVMe support. The difference is that only XPS lets you upgrade storage after purchase, so you can expand later if your needs grow. That flexibility means you can keep more files locally over time, though memory was tied a moment ago. Choosing the XPS means carrying 1 kilogram instead of 1.23 kilograms, so your bag feels lighter all day. Both are 12.7 millimeters thick and use aluminum, so neither feels bulkier or less premium in your hands. That weight difference is what you notice when you pick up your laptop every morning. With Wi-Fi 7 on the XPS and Wi-Fi 6E on the MacBook Neo, you likely won't notice a difference in daily browsing or downloads. Both offer Bluetooth 6.0, so your wireless accessories will work the same way on either machine. The XPS gives you 2 USB 4.0 ports, while the MacBook Neo has 2 USB 3.2 ports, making the XPS more flexible for high-speed devices and future accessories. Neither has Thunderbolt, but only the MacBook Neo includes an audio jack, so if you use wired headphones, that's something to consider. You get a backlit island keyboard either way, but MacBook Neo's 1mm key travel feels more cushioned throughout long sessions. Neither offers a numpad, and both have a 1080p FHD webcam, so those won't sway your decision. Only MacBook Neo includes a fingerprint reader, making logins quicker and more secure every time you sit down. That's on top of the XPS win a moment ago. Both laptops give you one CPU option, but only XPS lets you pick 8 GB or 16 GB of RAM, while MacBook Neo is limited to 8 GB. Storage choices are the same on both, 256 gigabytes or 512 gigabytes, so the extra RAM flexibility with XPS could matter if you want more memory. XPS costs $699. MacBook Neo is $599, so you're looking at a $100 gap. That extra 100 covers the stronger battery, a better display, and a more refined design, though MacBook Neo takes this round on price alone. The XPS comes in silver and gray, the MacBook Neo in silver, blue, and yellow. Both prices are linked in the description below. XPS is for anyone who wants a sharper 2560 by 1600 resolution, longer battery life from its 52 watt-hour cell, and a lighter 1 kilogram design with more storage flexibility and connectivity. If you're focused on raw performance or want the best typing experience, look elsewhere. The one reason to hesitate: you pay $100 more and give up faster performance. MacBook Neo is for buyers who want the fastest performance and smoothest everyday experience at the lowest price, especially if you care about a comfortable keyboard and input. Skip it if you prioritize screen sharpness or need more storage flexibility. The one reason to hesitate: you get a lower 2408 by 1506 resolution display at this price. Which would you pick, the XPS or the MacBook Neo, and why? Drop a comment, like the video, and subscribe to Computer Matrix for more honest laptop comparisons.